Hi guys, my name is Surendra and welcome to the training session. Our topic for today is triggers. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to tell you how to create a trigger, and for that we need to first have a use case in our mind. Okay, for what we need a trigger and for what for we need to use for it. Yeah. So I'm just going to take an example. So this is a Salesforce login, which you already know. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to take an example where my example is that I need to create a contact based on account. Which I mean by saying is uh, that I will create a new account, and I will let's say I will create a new account named by test. Okay, and I'll give a phone number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, and I'll just create a phone number. Let's say this. There should be a new contact which should be generated because I have given the phone number in account. So one record in contact should be created, name and test, which is not yet got created. Yeah. So we are going to use trigger to do this. There could be multiple ways how we can do this, but I'm going to choose this use case to use it into our trigger. So what I'll do is that for now you have seen that once you created the account, there is no contact got created. Yeah. So what I'll do is that I'll go to this account. I'll delete the account which I just created for you as an example, and I will create a trigger for number of account whatever is going to get created. For those, create the contact, but the condition is that account should have the phone number. Yeah. So I'll just go to this edit object. So edit object will land me on the object settings of that particular object, which is an account. Yeah? Inside object manager. So here I'll fill all the options over here. So you need to have a trigger present. Yeah. So if you go to the trigger section of it, you will find all the triggers mentioned over here. There are already some of the trigger which is mentioned over here, but as we have seen in live case that there is no contact getting generated, then I'm sure that there is no contact getting generated using these triggers. So I'm going to create a new trigger for that. Now there is two ways you can do that. You can either go to this new section and you can write the trigger code over here, but then I will show you a different way, which is then good way for a developer to code on. If you already know, then it's good. I'm talking about developer console. People who don't know well about it, then this session will be very useful for them. So I'm going to choose option and developer console. It will actually open me a new developer console into a new window. Yeah, it will open all the files which you've been working on. I'll close all of it. Now I'm going to create a new trigger. So for that, you can go to the new section and into file new, and there you will get the option of Apex trigger. Here I will write the name of the trigger. For that I have already chosen the name, just Apex trigger to create account. I'll write Apex trigger to create account. Then there is a subject to choose. A subject is a Salesforce object, which you mean is that we will choose the account. It means that we are going this trigger will be on account object. Then I will submit. This will create an APXT file extension file, which is basically a trigger file. And here you can see there's a trigger got generated, which is account trigger on contact before insert. Remember, there's a lot of things here. Okay, you can see here before insert, after insert, comma, before update, delete, and after update. Lots of things here. You need to know for which you are creating the trigger. So for my use case, it is what when an account got created, then a contact should be created. If phone number is present to that account, it means that after inserting of account, then I should be calling an function of a different class, or I should be running a code which will help me to create a contact. So for that, I have already written a different class. I'm going to call that class function to get the work done. I have done that to save your time as well my time. So I'll just go to open resource and I will look for the class name which I have created, which is basically account handler on contact. So this is a new class which I created for you in this session. So I'm going to explain what happens here. Okay, so this is a class. Don't just worry about all of the code of the line. What is all of this? Yeah, we don't know how to create. Yeah, it's all right. I'm going to I'm going to explain you how you can do this. Yeah, don't worry about it. So here, this is a class. You can write a simple class. Just go and create a function. Public static void. It means that it will not create anything. It will not give you anything. It will just do something on it. I hope you already know. And I'm going to give the function name as create contact on account, and then I'm going to accept list of accounts. Okay, what do you mean by that? Why you have done this is because this function will only work on number of accounts and then it will create a contact. That's what we wanted. Yeah, so I have written list of account and I'm accepting this as a parameter. Now here I have created a list of account where I have created an object of that and I'm running this query. What do you mean by this query is simple. Say select ID, name, phone number from account. Why I'm using name, why I'm using phone number. See, you remember our use case is that to create a contact and we need to create a contact. So obviously we need to give a phone number. So if you go back to your Salesforce and you go to your contact section and you click on new to create a new contact, you need to see that which all are the mandatory parameters. So mandatory parameter for me is star means last name. You need to give the last name and we also need to give the phone number. That is our use case. So it means that I will give the name and phone number into our contact. One more thing I will give is basically our account name, for which account this contact is related to. I will give that because then and only then you will find this contact to be present under account related part. Yeah, when you see here contact, it means that in this contact you have mentioned the account name. See here. So that's what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a contact and I'm going to give the account ID into this contact section. Okay, let me go back to my code and let me explain this. Select ID, name. How do you know that it's the phone or name? Okay, good question, which I've asked by myself only, but it's all right. I'll just go to the account and I'll go to the field and relationship. Here I'll see what is the API name of my phone. It's phone only. Okay. Remember, whenever you are writing a query, okay, you need to enter only API name, not label name. That's why I've entered phone. That's why I've entered name. There's a name present also over there. If you'll find it here as a name. See, account name is name here. So I am using that. So what this will do, just copy this part, go to your query editor, enter here and just execute. You'll find all ID, name, phone number. This is all the account which is already present. I don't want that. Okay, I want these details of those accounts which just got created. How do I know that? Because I will call this function. When I will call this function into trigger, I will pass the number of list of account which this function will get, and then only I will get those account only whose ID is present into that list. Then I will get that created accounts. Yeah. Now I need to create contact, correct? So I'll first create list of contact. Why did I create this list of contact? Is that suppose you have created 3 accounts, so you will get how many accounts? 3 accounts. Yeah, same 3 account ID, name, phone number you will get into this 3 account. How many contact you need to create? You need to create 3 accounts. Yeah, so I have created I have created a list of accounts so that it could be 3, 4, how number of account you want to create for number of contact. Okay, so here I hope I have justified this. Now I'll go to my code number 9. It's basically nothing. I am iterating. I have took a loop on account on this created account. So I'm getting one by one from this list to this account. It's just a wall. It's throwing all the account to this ACC object. It's getting an ACC. ACC is an account now. I'll check account has phone number. Null. Null means what? If you will use this no and you have not passed the phone number into any account, it will give you null. It is not empty. In Salesforce, it will give you the null. So what I'll do is that I'll check if it is not null. Not null means you have created the account for which you have given the phone number. Then I'll just create an object, fresh object of contact. I'll give it last name, which is an account name. I'll give it phone number, which is the account phone number, because we know that account phone number is present. That's why we are creating this account here. And then we have an account ID. What is this answer? Simple. Go to this account object manager, search for contact, and go to the field and relationship and look for account. See, basically account and contact is the child parent relationship, because when you find any contact present under the section of related under account, it means that contact is the child of its parent. So it means that in the child you must have a lookup to its parent account. You need to get that ID, and then when you will enter that ID with the account ID, then you will find this contact getting created and as well as showing under account related. If you not used it, it's okay. One account will get created, but it will not tag to that particular account. Okay, that's why you need to tag it. So for tagging, we are actually using the particular ID to map it with it. So this is I've done, and I am adding all the contacts into whatever contact I've created one by one. For all the account it will be present, and finally in the end I will check if the list have some account present over there or not. For that I have used the list, which is a contact dot size is greater than 0. It means that I have some contact to insert to. I cannot directly use insert contact. If I'll use that, it will be danger to my Salesforce as well. Yeah, and code might get fail. So in this case, we have a bulletproof, you need to use this option. So what to do that, you will just use the insert contact, and I have used just the system.debug to let you know that contact get inserted. Now I'll just log nothing over there. What I'll do is that I have the function ready. I will just call this function into my trigger. So for you need to first create a trigger. Don't do anything, just create a class and function which you need to work on like this. Once this is done and completed, just call that function into trigger, nothing else, and pass the list of account. How do I pass it? Okay, this is simple way. It's a trigger.new. When you will use this option, it will only give list of accounts to this function. How do you know that? It's because this trigger is getting only invoked on account object, right? So you will get the number of account only. That's why you are passing all the list to it. See, Apex developer console is also not giving you any error. So here you have seen the query data, you have seen this. Okay, now our trigger is ready. You remember when you have seen the account, there was no trigger present over there, but when you will go to trigger section of account, now you'll find that trigger which I have created, because in developer console whenever choose your object, it already create the trigger here. Now it's foolproof and it's ready. What I'll do is that I'll go to account, I'll just create a new, just to let you know that it's creating the contact. So I'll create a new contact which will be pick any name. I'll say Mark. It's a very full name, so I'll not say Zucker only. Okay, so I'll say save, and I'll just put a phone number and I'll say save. Yeah, Mark Zucker is basically You have see here, you have got the account got created, you have contact also present under related section of account, yeah, and it has the same phone number which is present over there. That's how you know that you have created the account and contact pair using your trigger. Okay, so this is working fine, and I hope you don't have any doubts under the trigger. I hope this session is helpful to you, and I hope you have the very best luck in the future. Thank you for this.